For the suffer where you suffer for me, sweet mother, I no go forget you. For the suffer where you suffer for me,
Yo! That's one of those two you can never let go.
When I dey cry, my mother go carry me. She go say, my pikin, wetin you dey cry, yo. Stop, 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 stop. Make you no cry again, oh.
Right.
When I want sleep, my mother go bed me. She go lie me well for bed. She cover me cloth, say make you sleep, sleep, my pikin, oh. When I dey hungry, my mother go run up and down. They find me something when I go chop. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, son of my sweet mother.
Okay, guys.
When I dey sick, my mother go cry.
Let's pause it there. You know why? I have to pause that track because for some reason I don't have the right to play it, so that YouTube and Facebook won't close down this music. We don't have right to this music. We just think today is Sweet Mother's Day, and we decide to celebrate it with the wonderful and the most powerful music ever played. Glorifying Mother, Sweet Mother. We never forget you. And who is a better icon to play with tonight, other than Her Excellency, Barrister Shoma Uzodima? They pronounce her name wrong again, but I think you guys can forgive us. She's one of our awardees at SRTV, and it's so beautiful to watch this woman, embrace two baby. That is the power of a mother. You can't play with it. Ain't they beautiful? Well, sweet mother, we appreciate you today. We love you, and we want to thank you all. And we want to use this opportunity to thank women around the world that we appreciate all the mothers out there. We, when it comes to mother, everybody get emotional. We all get emotional. For some reason, I can't understand how we manage to be disrespecting women if we have so much regard for our mom. Is it not true? You all love your mom, right? That girl you see there, or that girl you see there, is somebody's mother or mother to be. So I think that is a very big lesson for us. I'm going to tell this story before I go on with the show tonight. I was still in Auchi Poly then. I came home from school and I had this food I was eating, and my mom gave me the food. My dad was there and they were talking, and at the time the thing went into quarrel, and my dad was talking to my mom the way I didn't like. You know what I mean? The way I didn't like. You know what I said to the man? I said to him, when I finished my food, he wasn't expecting it. I told him, man, I know you're talking to your wife, but you forgot that you just insulted my mom. I can tell you that that was the greatest shock I've ever given my dad since he knew me. I told him correctly, sir, I know you are talking to your wife, but don't forget you just insulted my mother. From that day, the man never did anything like that in my face again. You know why? Because he said he only think back if somebody has spoken to his mother that same way. He stopped, and that was the end of it. So guys, I don't say go and use it, but anytime you see your dad talking to your mom the wrong way, or you don't like it, or anybody talk, tell her, hey, she might be your wife, but you're talking to my mom, you're insulting my mom. She's two persons. She might be your wife, but she's still my mom. No matter what it is, she's my mom. And you can't talk to my mom in a way. Anyway, we said tonight, I really want to celebrate all the mothers out there. We appreciate all the good work you guys are doing. And we're going to look at that in details as we move on the show. But because we have a lot to do, I'm going to get on with the task of today. Don't forget, my name is Daddy Chris. It's written down there already. And this is SRTV. I'm broadcasting from London. Right now, I'm streaming to Robo Television and SRTV at the same time. Like I said, the election will be over, and it is over now. We're waiting for the results. You know what? Tonight, I know you guys want to know the result from me. Ah, well, unfortunately, the result is going to come. And no matter who wins this election, I'm going to accept the person as my governor, as our leaders. And I think we should all do the same. Why? Because if you watch what has happened, you cannot tell me, let me put the case of Delta State, for instance, that Sheriff don't have supporters, or Agege doesn't have supporters. All the candidates, they have their own supporters. So, but at the end of the day, who we want cannot be there. Somebody got to give in for the other to go. So whoever that is declared winner today, it doesn't really matter. I tell you what matters. And that's why I'm here tonight. And I'm going to do this in a very systematic way. Nigerians, please clap for yourself. I mean this. Anywhere you are tonight, clap for yourself. Something has happened. A change has descended. In fact, it has been blowing in the air. Now it finally arrived in Nigeria. Change is there now. It's not on the way. Change is in Nigeria. You know what I want to challenge everybody? That the same energy we used to pursue them and make them do the right thing, now they are sitting up. They know they can't take us for granted anymore because they are looking for votes from us. That is only when they will come back to us and they say it's another 4 years. No. Governance is a continuous process. We want to know what President Asiwaju is doing tomorrow. If we are not happy, we hold him accountable. Nigerian press, Nigerian people, this momentum must not die after election. If there is, in fact, it should be daily. How do we hold leaders accountable? Not once in a year. We hold them accountable on a daily basis. I'm looking too high. Let me go, because for some reason I'm always looking at my camera there, so I'm looking at it here right now. Leadership is accountable on a daily basis, not once a year or once in 4 years. So what I am going to beg is the press to hold Nigerian leaders. In fact, there should be TV shows focusing on leadership. Leadership is a compulsory show on all Nigerian TV stations where you can come and talk about what your leader is doing. We don't want to hear from them. If there's something they're doing you don't like, say it, disgrace them, film it, bring it out. Anyway, you know what? Whether Omagege win, Sheriff win, you have a problem with me. Because by the time you try to run the state the way Okowa runs it, you have a problem with me. Big time, not like before. So we're not waiting for 4 years. You're not going to have your ass free for 4 years. In fact, you are in trouble. Throughout. Reason I know, this guy is working now. You have a gun. We have this. We're going to disgrace you. So behave. We want you to succeed because it's in our interest if you succeed. We don't come out here. Like I said to people, I've never come out here. I've never come down here to disgrace anybody or to humiliate anybody or to shout at anybody. My interest is the good of the country, which is good for you and me. So we're going to work on all that tonight. We're going to work on all that on a serious basis. But something that is really, that I want Nigerians to thank God for. You see, in this dispensation, a lot of things are going to happen. A lot going to happen. And the people doing it, they don't even know what is making them to do it. But I tell you, this is how God works. And I'm going to, tonight, for some reason, I've become a big fan of President Muhammadu Buhari. And you guys cannot really quite understand me. And maybe this is the way, when I look at Baba Buhari, I see so many things good about the old man. You guys may not understand where I'm coming from tonight. And I'm going to read this. In 60 days, Buhari signed 19 bills. Now, If you let me put Baba on the screen. This Baba has impressed me more than ever. More than ever. He said, this is what I heard, and I think it's true. That President Muhammad Buhari signed 19 bills. These bills are constitutional alterations of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. He said, according to the statement from the Senior Special Secretary, you know him now, 16 of these bills are constitutional alteration of the 19. All right. What I just want you to know is the beauty of these bills, and I really want to come back. I can't get the full details here, you understand? But there's a lot of beautiful reforms. And I'm going to talk the most important one for me tonight. You know what is the most important thing that has happened to Nigeria? Okay, you guys will not understand this. Buhari signed that from today onwards, the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature should operate independently. I will explain that. Operate independently. How do you get that? They have autonomy from the oppressors. Who have been the oppressors of the Nigerian state? The executive arms of government. I'm going to explain this to you more. And I wish nobody, where are all the guys tonight? Is Princess coming? Who is joining me? Because I don't want to repeat this. I want you guys to grab this as I'm flowing with it. The greatest oppressor, okay, let me use the first word. I'm going to quote Obama. Obama came to Africa and he said, you guys don't need one strong leader. What you need are strong institutions. You don't get it. Sometimes when we talk about strong institutions, we think of the police. Yes, those are institutions. But the greatest institution in Nigeria are the three arms of government, which is the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. If you watch the story of the last time, I don't want to be calling Omar Agege name again. You know, Omar Agege had to go and defend the president in the House of Rep with the carrying of mails, which you guys were talking about. I don't really care about right now. But do you know how often you get kicked out if you ever say something against the sitting governor? If you are in the House of Assembly, you will be sidelined. And if you are the speaker, your job is gone. Only this man said to Okowa, I'm quoting somebody, I don't quote anybody. Modegbuya, why not go and ask Modegbuya? What did Modegbuya say? He said, Ogari, think about this. So maybe that was the end of his job. They have to remove him as Speaker of the House. So for Sheriff to be able to stay there for these years, Sheriff was listening. No, he was a loyal servant. Anything Oga says Sheriff will do. If a Sheriff not done it, they would have removed him the same day. Why? Do you know why they have that power over them? They are the one paying. There is a saying in Nigeria, we say, he who plays the pipers dictates the tune. It's you that does that. You're the one that dictates the tune. Over the years, it's the governor that will pay the executive arms of government. They are the one paying the legislative arms of government. So the House of Assembly belongs to the governor. Our judiciary, the chief judge belongs to the governor. They kiss his ass. Oh, we don't have car anyway. They'll be kissing their asses. And that's why you see the governors, they are so fat in their asses. I'm going to explain this tonight. This idiot, they voted into office today, they don't have that chance anymore. And that's why I'm saying, join me as I hold them accountable in the new dispensation. In the new, there's a new literature to be written. The old one is gone. There's a new possibility in Nigeria. Please, let's not distort this. Buhari has made a mistake. He will be remembered for this. If this is the only thing Buhari signed, I am for him. Now, Buhari has said that local government money should no more go through the state. It should go straight to the local government. Let me explain this to you. Do you know how much your local government even get a month? Ethiopia West, your local government will get a minimum of 300 and something million every month. Does that bagger see where the money is coming from? Can he even account for 20 million? That one that is sitting down there, Okowa puppet. When I keep talking, you said no. That's the same way they gave us a king, they kick him out. I won't talk, oh, Mona, don't let me talk. But I'm grateful that Buhari has finally done it. That the money going to the House of Assembly will go straight to them. The one going to the court, if you get case for court, the judges are hungry because governor don't cut all their money. That's why when you give them any small amount of money, they are happy. Princess, let me see whether I have a friend tonight. Princess, thank God you managed to join me.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I don't know whether this system is managing to cope once I add, because I'm using the laptop. It doesn't have the energy my other machine has. So we're going to see whether it will allow us to broadcast. You see, my mouth is already shaking. We'll see. Anyway, that's been my understanding of it. Let me see first. See, now that I'm alone, it's clear. You see, so what I'm going to do is going to be doing close-up most of the time, but Princess is here. All right, Princess, you can see that the system...
Sir, you can just run the show now. Let me just go out.
You better not even try it. Today is a day to celebrate. First, I started by celebrating the women in the mothers. And I use this lady as a point of reference. I say, happy sweet mother. I play that tune there. You miss it, too. I was rocking in the studio. Sweet mother, I'm not going to forget you. And I told this beautiful story, my experience with my dad. I won't repeat that. You're too young for that. So right now, we're talking about the greatest thing that has ever happened in Nigerian politics. It's the greatest thing that has ever happened. In my book, you see, Obama came to Africa, like I said, keep saying, he said, you guys don't need strong institutions. You don't need strong leader. Oh, you need one good Buhari. Buhari can't change it. You don't need one. Is it Asiwaju cannot change it. What you need are the institution working. As it were, the only institution working in Nigeria was the institution of the federal and the state, and that's why the governors were powerful. Any money that's supposed to come to the governor comes to them. So they have their money. They know they are expecting their money. The federal level don't have the right to stop them from getting that money. Even Wike now told us that some of the money that were not paid to them from Obasanjo, that was recalculated and it was paid. They knew what they are entitled to and they could ask for it. Princess, Nigerians, do you know that the money going to the government, let's say House of Assembly in your state, comes through the governor? Governor will slice it and give them. They are like handouts. They give them handouts. In that House of Assembly, they are beggars. Beggars. From the only time they can hold governor accountable is when they say, governor, sign this bill. Governor will give them maybe 5 million to go and marry new wives. That's the House of Assembly we'll be having. And now, Buhari is signing it that the money to go straight to them is the greatest thing. That's the meaning of strong institution, meaning the institution of the House of Assembly cannot operate independent of the governor. You see the advantage there? Let me bring Faith Rabo in. I hope that our system will survive. It will. Hello, Faith.
Good evening.
Hello, Faith. Good evening.
When I have these women, we're going to celebrate. I've celebrated a lot. Happy Mother's Day to you all, right? This beautiful woman.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Yes, I love
Bye.
you guys.
Thank you.
I love you guys. Love you guys. All right.
Tessie, what's
How
up?
are you? I miss you, man. Where have you been?
I hibernated for some personal reasons, man. I just had to. My brain was exploding from a lot of reports, journalism, and all that. So you can hear my voice.
I hope you're fine now. I hope you're okay.
I'm telling you, I still went to cover an event and I came back very early. So I just had to leave the internet space a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Welcome.
We're happy you're fine. That's the most important thing.
See my daddy, Chris. I miss you so much.
Yeah, I cannot talk.
I swear, I miss him.
In fact, I will tell your husband when Nigerian week is around the corner. I told them
I've seen everything. Don't worry, I'm there. If you don't want to marry again, make you not marry again.
A week ahead.
You don't go take me from you for Nigerian week. No, now you get me for Nigerian week. You don't get choice. I don't tell him. I don't tell him say that the kids taking me longer.
But you go come a week ahead, daughter. God bless you.
I
So
will, sir.
tonight,
I'll be there,
tonight,
sir. Thank you, sir.
yes. Tonight, I say really happy Mother's Day. I'm really happy because mothers are the ones. That's why I say to people, if you know how much we men actually, we are closer to our mom. You understand? And yet, when we see a woman outside, we disrespect the woman. It doesn't add up because the way we respect, if you touch our mom, you better make you do anything, you can kill our father. But if you touch our mom, you are trying, in
That's
fact, you
true.
come out. And yet,
That's true.
when we leave, we see woman, we disrespect her. That's why I'm saying, using this message tonight to say, any woman you see out there, now somebody, mama, be careful how you treat her. That's my
And
message
that
for
is
them.
why you see I will continue to have issues with bag.
Baggy don't lose, oh, you go see get issue with her this night.
Yes, so
The man don't lose, oh.
I don't miss
Because-
Princess. And the way where they take tackle those Delta State people. I don't understand.
Good evening, everybody.
Brother Samson,
Good evening.
you guys are glowing, man. And then for some reason, listen, anyway, leave Baggy first. Baggy, don't lose. We don't lose this night. I hear say nearly faint.
they speak me. As they speak me, they pain them.
I mean, if Baba nearly faint today when he don't lose, so the battle is now between Omagege and
Sheriff.
from the news reaching me, is that look as if Sheriff has won. But let me keep it.
Wow.
INEC is the one to announce results.
That's
Because most of them are declaring victory. I don't understand that. That is what you get in Delta State. So, but the result will be officially announced. And but what I really want us to think about tonight is, Princess, Faith, Samson, let's take together. Let's start from there first. If the energy we used to pursue these people during this election, now they know we have power. If we can sustain this energy on a daily basis, that okay, okay, what do you do today? Our money, how did you spend it? These people will have no choice but to behave. You know what they do? After the election, everybody will retire to their home and they will leave them to misbehave and play with us again. What I'm calling on Nigeria is we need to sustain the same energy. In fact, governance is a continuous process. It's not only during election. Now we voted for them. Let us make it a duty to monitor what they are doing. Only disgracing them. You know, these guys are not comfortable. You understand? If you can just bring what Okowa do, Okowa will go on the press. When I give him fire here, he will go and say, we are talking a lot of lies on the social media, but I've given him fire. If the way I was pushing that guy, if people were pushing Okowa would have sat up long ago. So I'm begging Nigerians that we should not allow the election to end, or our need for governance, or our push for good governance to end after election. It should even be more now that we know money will be given to them and they're going to spend it. How are they spending the money? Because it's all about that. So my people, I want you guys to say or think what you think about that very particular issue. Imagine the energy we have used now. Supposing we sustain it, who is going to maltreat us? Who?
Gary Chris, thank you very much.
Yes.
We don't have a country. We have animal democracy in Nigeria.
Hi.
Sure.
Officers, you don't come. You don't.
Animal democracy. A country where you want to vote and they will tell you if you are not voting for this party, please don't come here. When you finish voting, they will trace you to your house and threaten you. That is democracy of grace. Animal democracy. Nigeria is a disgrace to Africa. I want youth of Nigeria to understand that the youth is the problem of Nigeria, no more the leaders. Because if you as a youth and you were invited, you be invited to go and steal ballot box, and you went
They were using you,
and they are cheating on you, they are pressing you down, they don't want people to grow in your community, there is no job, there is nothing, and you still back them up, go there to vote for them, go and steal ballot box for them. The youth is the problem of Nigeria. If the youth can sit down at home because the first election was being rigged and there is a case in the court and they refuse to go out to wise to vote, they are not wise, they are animal.
Okay, I cannot take anything from that. I almost agree.
Something. So, do you realize also that some of these youth actually came out en masse to vote? Now,
They came out in mass to vote. Sorry, because I'm angry in spirit and in everything. For a very long time,
we can see that, but But if
I
I
can
don't even
see
know,
that.
did I ask
But
me?
relax, something. Just calm down. The truth is that, in as much as I said it already, that even yesterday on the show we said it also. I was even more angry than you, and we said it also yesterday that a lot of the youths are the problem we have, and of course, but notwithstanding, a lot of them also came out and marched yesterday to vote. But of course, I am more angry at those ones being used as the talk. Now let's streamline down to Delta State, where somewhere in Erenyi, to be precise, Ughelli North, a lot of a said commissioner representing PDP came with so many talks. Of course, I was on a live show yesterday. We hosted a show, and the person called in live on the show, confirming that he was at the scene where these people came, right? A lot of people came out to vote, but when they saw these talks, of course, see in Nigeria and something, let me tell you one thing. If you die, or more, you die through will. Nothing like say government. Well, even if okay, let's even say government compensate your family, that will not bring you back, and that will not take the pains away from your family. Notwithstanding, government not go even notice whether you die or you don't buy. So let's start from that fact that yesterday, the moment a lot of people saw these talks and they were saying if you are not voting for this party, leave here or run. A lot of people started running, that they destroyed a lot of the sensitive materials. They injured a lot of people. In fact, my friend that called, the person that called, said he was already on his way to the hospital, taking some of his family members to the hospital. And then they injured a lot of people. A lot of people ran for their dear lives. So you don't want to believe something that at that time one youth will not say you are the Superman and you will not come out. And I asked also, were there no security there at that time? Because I believe also that with the way the situation of elections in Nigeria, they're supposed to have security at every polling unit just to secure the people. And then he confirmed that there were security, but when these talks came around, they were so much and overpowered the security. Of course, soldiers also, not be the kind of people when they carry the shoots. They're not there like police. They will not just be throwing away bullet, because of course you're going to kill innocent people at the end of the day. So probably that's why they did not shoot. And then it was the thugs that were misbehaving, and the commissioner was there live. That was the word he used, live. You can go back and watch that show we did. And then at the end of the day, a lot of people had to run for their lives. So, and there was no vote in that part. People now refuse to come out. Of course, if it's you, you will not come out now. Do you want to die? And if you die, are you Jesus? Will your blood take away Nigeria's problem or sin? It will not. Let's face the fact.
No,
But my,
no.
my but my major problem, I understand your grievance, is that the youth, because some of these youths, of course, Sheriff or Omar Agege will not come out and be fighting you now. Is it youth also that will come out, and is it same youth they are using to destroy us and other youth? So it's really sad. I understand how you feel, but notwithstanding, of course, something like that also happened at what's it called, Mosoga yesterday, close to Sapele. So a lot of these things, but of course, people came out, they tried their best. Like I wrote yesterday on one of my posts that the youth, calm down. You people, you registered, you came out, you voted. I beg, make una rest, make una calm down. Because at this point, now they're already calling results. What happened at Erenyi? The security agency will not even file a report. No such thing. I've been waiting for that particular report. I've not seen any result like that. And this shows that even the security is being oppressed, is being controlled by the government. So at the end of the day, you will not kill yourself for a government that has refused to do the right thing or has refused to change. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
I think
Thank you very much.
good point.
For me, the reason why I said so, because when I look all through the videos I've getting, the things that is happening in Nigeria, and for the past elections, I discover we don't have a country.
But I am so hopeful today, though.
I discover we don't have a country. If so, then let's split. Everybody goes to your own state, your country. Let's divide.
Something
Oduduwa go to Oduduwa. The Eastern
So
go, there's a
which
little
country will you be going to, Samson? Samson, which country will you be going to then?
country. We should just divide it.
So
If
you
we
have
divide now,
Urobo-
now who takes you, they know you now. Mr. Sands, if we divide now, where you they talk now?
Yes.
Are we still going to be family, me and you, for example, now?
Yes, we are going to be on Midwest State.
Okay, Midwest. Midwest.
What I want to say, something I hear all the things, I understand the frustration, but the truth is, Nigeria itself is a blessing to us. Our
It's not
problem,
more a blessing, it's a curse. It's a curse
our
to the
problem
it's not
is
more a
us.
blessing, it's a plea. I'm
No,
sorry to use that word. I will
let's-
not allow you to talk today, Daddy Chris. Today I'm here to fight anybody that wants to oppose my motion.
I
Nigeria
agree.
is no more a blessing because the reason why I say Nigeria is no more a blessing, the INEC, the leaders are not doing well, and
Yes.
some of the youth are contributing to the destruction of Nigeria. So it's no more a blessing.
That
That's
means
why we see
The
some
youth.
group of people say Igbo. So we say the Yorubas will say Igbo. This one is this. Then let the Igbo go. Let them go to their own state, to their own country. Let Aduduwa go, Arewa go. Then let's remain our Midwest state.
Okay, Midwest.
Wahala.
In those days, when we were Midwest, and we won. Wait, let me say one thing first. Okowa is from Midwest. Okowa that has been ruining your state, is he from the north? Is he a Yoruba man? Is he an Igbo man?
Exactly. Some of those people not be our people now.
Even the Oma Gege, all these people when they eat your money since, those where they sign the paper, they chop since. It would not be your brother.
Exactly.
Fine, then that time,
Just like you love my brother,
when we have divided the
someone
country,
love my own
there will
brother.
be no place for them to run to. When they run, they will come to them.
They
You
will
know that
oppress
there
us
is violence
more.
in your place.
They go oppress us more. Anyway, something I understand the frustration, but the truth is, something you said something I want to pick on. You said the police, like even Princess was analyzing it, that the police, the soldiers were compromised. You understand? They were controlled by the government, and that is why I want to be really grateful to what this old man did today. You see, President Buhari, he just signed this bill, and that is what my greatest joy in all that has happened. Baba is doing something dangerous. He has signed that now, from today, the judiciary should be separated from you know how you separate people? They have not been one. But the fact that the money will come to the governor will share for them. Do you know that our local government have not been working? Because all the governors, as you see these stupid governors, the money coming from the local government, take for instance, let me calculate this for you. Every local government in Delta State is entitled to 300 million a month. Times 24, how much is that? The governor will give them 50 million mass. Maximum 50 million to the local government chairman, who will share 1 million to those councillors that will go and marry a new wife. They don't care. You see, in that case, there's no development happening at the local government levels, which is what would have touched our life more. Do you know that the local government can change our destiny? Yes. But we don't have that. Then number two, our House of Assembly, I don't know. Monday Buya always say to Okowa, okay, reconsider this, we'll see as the thing be. The next day he was sent out. He was no more Speaker of the House. He didn't insult him. If you dare say something wrong to your governor, you'll not be Speaker for the next day. So the governor has so much power. I'm not talking of the federal government now. Let's talk of our states. In fact, you guys need to understand the trouble we're going through. So what Buhari has signed today, meaning the money will go, House of Assembly will have their money. It will get to where the governor is. The judiciary will have enough money to feed. The money that they give to the judges, they are paupers. So our judges are paupers in the House of Governor. So if once you appoint the person, you give them the wallet, their purse, their money goes to them. You don't wait for governor before you get your money. In that case, you can speak. You see the police we are talking about now, they should do the reform to them. If the money going to Nigerian police goes straight to them, they will have enough funding. By the money pass from one big man to the other big man to the other big man. So other one they fat, then they pay the policemen 50,000 naira a month. So what is going on now is a total reform. When we say institution will be strong now, the institution of the judiciary will be independent and strong. The institution of the local government will be independent and strong. The House of Assembly will be small. You'll be surprised that the institution, once it gets strong, they are better than the president. You don't need president. Let me give you this instance. In the United Kingdom, no prime minister can misbehave. They'll kick him out. Who are the people kicking him out?
They put him there now. They put him there.
You see, the people kicking him out are the people who are in the institution. The institutions are strong. He can't play with the police. He can't tell the police what to do. He cannot tell his fellow MP what to do. Do you understand? Because they are independent, they get paid. They don't need you understand? They get well paid. So that is exactly what has been going on. Only the few people that have been controlling our lives. You see those 5 governors, they're walking around. They don't ask us. They treat us as if we are fools. Okowa come and say anything, but the question I ask them is, Oga, what of the money they give you? You know, say I know say federal government not good. The one where they give you, yeah. So these are people we voted in today. Let us use what Buhari has just done now to hold them accountable. Thank God the money will even go to them. So they don't have the same power they used to have. I think there's a big hope at the end of the tunnel. Let us not really trash these things. No matter these guys, anybody have tendency to be corrupt too. If they give Oyibo chance, they go corrupt. They cannot corrupt because they don't give them the chance to do so.
With all these things you are saying, you are right, sir. Are there no few Oyinbos, like we said, even in France, that were charged to court for corruption, for money laundering?
Of course.
So now God,
they are. Thank you, my daughter. They are corrupt. But you know what? The system will not allow them too long. If they know that you corrupt, they go tell you, they go. You are going home. And you know the Nigerian press, princess, those of you in the journalism, you need to wake up in Nigeria. Make the government uncomfortable. The brown envelope should stop. You understand? Because that is when you earn your respect. You see what happened in Delta State now. Let me use Delta State, for instance. They did no respect for any journalist in Delta. Anything they're going to do, they go out. Because at first you give them 50,000 naira, they don't happy. They don't go marry any wives. What can you do with such people? We sold ourselves cheap. Do you know the power of the journalist, the power of the press? British government, if the first prime minister here, I bet come they watch them. In fact, if you don't answer, they go throw you a question. Prime Minister, is this what happened? They are at the door waiting for you. They did the door. You have no choice. You see, that is the power. Before you know, the man will be too tired, he will resign. So none of them want to resign. They know if they don't resign, our mouth, our cry. But they don't even do as much as we did now. Look at what we did during this election. We make them run. We give them a run for their money. They are not losing. They are not losing. That is because we're ready to vote. Imagine if they talk. If we hold them accountable, imagine where Nigeria will be. We'll be so good. There will be no problem. Trust me. In fact, this what Buhari did today, you will see the massive change. Because nobody will tell, even the local government, if they get that money, even make it be sent a local government chairman, chop it up. And another thing they should do for us in Nigeria, freedom of information. We need to know how much comes to the state. The press should announce it. This is the money that came to Delta State this month. Not when the door shop are finished. Keep us aware, you understand? And then the people know, so amount of money, that is the budget. And Nigerians should open their eyes and listen. You know, how much did they vote for this? What did they do with the money? Press, tell us. We cannot know. It's the press that will tell us. Nigerian press need to wake up. They need to do better.
But Daddy Chris, you also know that sometimes here in Nigeria, we don't have access. There is no access to some of this information, like we discussed on the show the other day. They try as much as possible to gag the press. Even this coverage of the previous election on 25th of February 25th, you know that a lot of people, a lot of press have been shut down and sanctioned over their coverage. Now the government are only comfortable with what suits them, the things they want people to know. And once you go beyond that boundary, it becomes a problem. The next thing, they are sanctioning you, or they are giving you the final warning or something, or they will just come and shut down on you. And then don't forget also that most of these your politicians, most of these your lawmakers. Now let me tell you, for the case of Delta State, if these youth had jobs, like look at the likes of Pedro, I will always use him as a case study. I don't have any personal issues with him, but the fact that I see him as a very, very brilliant young man, somebody that is like, I used to look up to him, right? And then this is somebody that you just imagine, the likes of Fejiro being the voice of Delta State. Then the state will move forward. But he has been what's it called, coined away by what's it called, APC. Now he stands in for Omar Agege and the APC, and now he's in war always with PDP press people and all that. So I just feel like it boils down to this same thing Samson is saying. Most of these things, if things were in order here, everything they go where. I'm not sure say most of these youth who want to go to this, they know that these things they do or they are doing, they are not right. Of course, they are human beings, they are adults. Not like I'm speaking for the youth, but if we have jobs, if we had a lot of things, then these things, like the brown envelope you talked about, that decrease. Are you aware that a lot of media houses in Nigerians don't pay salaries? Are you aware? I have a lot of TV
That's true.
stations now. They owe you
That's
6 months, 8 months, 1 year,
that's
and they
true.
tell you go and make money with the ID card. I know a very
Yes.
popular one in Nigeria here, a very big one here. All of you look up
Me
to.
too.
They go with their
I'm not part
ID
of
card
all of
make
all of you. I know I think I even know the media house you're talking about. It's the
is the
biggest
biggest.
in Nigeria.
So you have to go
Yes.
and make
It
money
doesn't
with
pay
their ID
salary.
card. And Daddy Chris,
It's
how do you
staffed by
think
my
they will not make the
colleagues.
money? Of
It does
course,
not
it's
pay
the brown
salary.
envelope. Of course, it's these things they collect. Some of them are family people. They need to live. They need to
Yeah.
live. And at the end of the day, you cannot report on an empty stomach. And this is where we have the people compromise. And then people you see report that are being biased or things they will
I
write
know that
story that
particular one.
So now you
uh
understand.
The original one.
Now you understand where Phil is coming from. Then
So to an
that
extent,
that just
from what she's
yes, I
saying,
understand. I understand.
That means, for me, that means we don't have a country whereby a country where a journalist cannot speak and a country where a journalist has not been paid. They ask you to go and use your ID card to make money. Is that a country? We should ask ourselves that
is the
question.
word. They will tell you your
Is
ID
that,
card is your
is that a
salary, is
It's
your
country?
your
ticket
A,
salary. That
a
the
meal.
fact
country
that you
where,
carry that
where
ID
the
card, you should be
policeman
able to
will
enter
be
anywhere and
ordered
make
by
money
government?
with it.
Is an
Is that a country?
authentic information. That's
A
the gist you are
country
talking about.
where the youth cannot speak for themselves, the youth cannot question the government, what are they doing with their money? Is that a country? A country where you've been voted to power, you'll be using your power to chase people around you, and there are some youth who will support you to be doing the killing. Is that a country? See, let's be sincere to ourselves. Let's be sincere to what we are really saying here. Nigeria is our country. I was born and brought up in Nigeria, and I have seen some part of politics going on in Nigeria. When I was back home in Nigeria at my youth age, they always do meeting in a local government in front of my compound. We will put canopy, people will come for meeting. Then I know what is politics. It is where they share money and give to people. Okay, just see what is happening right now. When you go and count your votes, when it gets to INEC, they will do just change of numbers. Is that a country? I want to ask one question. I'll be asking myself one question. We have a lot of people who are working with the government, who are educated, who their father trained, paid their school fees, and they finish university. Or after the whole of the university, they use the education for corruption. Is that a country? A country whereby the judge, they cannot speak and they will be paid. They will be paid. The politicians will give them money to speak and to back them. They forget
Even
the generation
INEC,
of the unborn children.
even
Is that a
INEC.
country? A country that you will go to hospital and you cannot even get a medical care. Is that a country? In my city here, they even did local government my election. I did not know. I only just see that this person won. I was so surprised. Election. So we should not call Nigeria anymore a country. And Nigeria is a place of, like the way they call it. Me, I decided to call Nigeria a zoo, whereby animals do live there. And Nigeria is a place where animals live because they don't think very well. They don't think for the future. They don't think for the present tense, and they don't think for the generation to come. All they think is about themselves. That's a country. We should ask the youth and our leaders to sit down. If their education was being meant for them to destroy the country, the UK we are talking today, the educated people, they are using their pen and pencil biro to write against the government, and they will submit it. The press will write, the police will write, and they will submit. That is why education is important. In Nigeria, education is one of the biggest scams I've ever seen. That is why we have a lot of Yahoo boys around today. In Nigeria, that we call our country, whereby you cannot even speak, and when you speak, what Princess said, if you talk, if they kill you, you die. The government that will never even know if somebody died. Is that a country? A country that you cannot identify yourself, your location, and where you come from. where you live, is that a country they are looking for you? You see, Nigeria is a zoo. I've joined people to call Nigeria zoo because they have acted as a zoo, as animals to me, for people, the whole world to see. After UN give them money for election, so that things will go well. The money was being used, and they use everything like they are animals. Our leaders are animals, and those youth who are following our leaders to destroy the country, they are also animals.
You don't vex this night. I don't understand.
Allah, the thing
Animal.
People have made courses. People have made courses.
It's not a zoo.
People have made courses to those people who will destroy the country. They think it's a joke. We should go back to our old way of serving God. Our pastors, they destroy the country. The imam, they destroy the country. All of them destroy the country. Let's go to our native doctor way. People who serve Oloku should serve Oloku. Who serve Ishango should serve Ishango.
Daddy, please help us beg him now.
The ladies will beg you today that they are day. Mother's Day. Not the best like this.
Now we going back to Oloku.
The pastors have deceived everybody. When there was epidemic, they say pay your tithe through online, and you did not come to church. They say you should pay. They don't even know if you are eating. All of them are thieves.
On the live show that decreased today. SRTDCV is on another level.
They are all thieves because the pastors, they will come and see vision that is not vision, deceiving people that God spoke to them. God will soon start striking them one by one, and they will know that God did not speak to them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. I don't think. Okay, something there. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
You say, we don't really agree with you, but the way you got the talker now, you got the fear.
I don't understand.
I
don't know. We don't mean to quarrel with you.
Something, don't forget also on a serious note that the youths, I know very well that they are part of the problems we're having, but let's call a spade a spade. The youths have tried. It's just that we have in Nigeria here, like you said, we don't have structures, we don't have institutions that are working. For instance, the youth will come out. Let's take NSAS case for a case study here, where they came out, they were saying is do or die. And we all know how that story ended. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Do you know in Nigeria, not even the youths now, this institution, when they claim say they get the security, the police, the security, the judiciary, INEC, they are being controlled by power that be. So at this point, even if a youth choose to do anything, now your own risk. Everybody know that one.
Okay,
don't forget also that we have journalists here in Abuja that are fierce. Journalists, when we say they're ready to stick their head, the likes of Benga was really doing well. Even at a point, they had to take him off that morning show that was like the best in the country. Why? Because he was stepping on toes.
Focus Nigeria,
they said he was stepping on toes. That is somebody, all of us in the morning. If you have not watched Benga as a journalist, then you don't even know what you're doing. But now they had to remove that show. They gave him another show, whether Jigsaw or whatever. 11 p.m. Who will sit down and watch that show? Because they felt like he was already stepping. He used to bring police. He will grind you there. Look at this girl in China, more good. Today they will arrest her. Tomorrow they will release her. Tomorrow they will go and question her. You said something like this. You said this report. It was not factual. So we live in a country where power that be. And this is what everybody is clamoring for to like. Let's go to a country where the laws will be respected. Not like we have a country where the fear of Godfather is in cabals. They will so suppress the security, the agency, the institution, and at the end of the day, you that is just trying to do your small journalism work, you cannot outdo yourself. After all, you cannot be more Catholic than a Pope. If people say these people they are not willing to make, you just do your best. But like yesterday I said it on the show that at the end of the day, Nigeria is not worth anybody's blood, no matter who that person is. Even if you choose to come out and say, okay, I'm dying for Nigeria, the problems will not be solved. Look at what happened in Delta State just yesterday. And INEC now they busy, they call results as if nothing happened in that state. People were disenfranchised. People were injured. They up till now they are still in the hospitals. And then tomorrow you want the same people to say, go and vote, or you are the part of it. If you don't vote, then don't you don't have right to question anybody. but you will not know what the person went through in the past election. These people will not come out in the next 4 years. They won't come out to vote. Some of them will not have the courage to, because they've been injured, they've been molested, and they've been intimidated. And then the security agency did nothing. That shows that even the state government is suppress the security. And then
Yes.
now you journalists, you won't go overdo yourself. Sometimes let's face the fact. I will keep saying it that these leaders are the major problems we have, even though they are carrying some of these youths. Okay, NC Oloma, whatever, played a video the other day threatening people. At the end, up till now, police is still telling you the matter is under investigation. This is something with evidence. So what are you investigating? And then is it now you now that will come and say something when we know the power of godfatherism, the power of cabals in the country? It's really sad, something, but the truth is that the youth also don't try. Even that, only that end SARS movement is something that we know that they have tried. Even these past votes, this election, the
Yes,
two,
they tried.
the
The kids
presidential,
they tried.
yes, they have tried. And that was what I was
They came
telling person. You people tried. So I beg, make una just rest small. They have tried. We can't
The
hear ourselves as we're in the country. Anyway, you should be happy that you're not even here. Oh, because we
when
there
I
so
was there, when I was in Nigeria, I'm
After
not a
that, anybody
gentleman.
try now. Now give
I
her to her.
faced during the crisis of Warri, from the beginning to the end, I was inside. People run away from Warri. I was in Dimoni there, living in that place. I did not run. The soldiers came to beat people, shoot gun on our head. We were
yeah,
still there
how far
because
you
of our
collect
land. Huh?
Okay,
you
but guys,
collect any beating?
guys,
Me?
let's more
Can I
be.
tell you, man?
Let's try and a little bit be intellectual. I
There are
understand.
things that we see that when you're growing up, you have to little bit be violent.
Yes.
Let these people, let's speak out. Fine, if you don't speak out, you will die. When you speak out, you will die.
Do that. So, Francis,
Death
what I
is
want us to do,
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
na
predict
die.
death.
let us pick our pieces today.
You don't predict death. Sorry, sir. The reason why I'm saying this is this.
Today na
We are talking
violence.
about our leaders.
Mr. Samson come do for this show.
We are talking about our leaders, that our leaders, they are in control of everything. They are even in control of the military, because some of the militaries, they are in the cabals. And they are civilians today, after uniform, putting on agbada to become civilian, as Fela earlier said. After they finish military, they'll become civilian. Then they start, then our youth, some of our youth who said they went to university, they belong to one or two. Instead of them to use what they belong to fight for their nation to grow, they're fighting themselves.
Okay.
Is it not what I said yesterday? I said these people doing bandits, or this banditry, these kidnappers, they should find their way to Asokoro, to Metama, to Apo legislative quarter, where the power that be, where we side. We are
Anyway,
not your problem. In fact, we are on the same side.
Exactly. See,
Don't come and trouble us for no reason.
We've been doing that. Princess, I think we said two things on this program already, and I think we need to follow that. That we should know our enemies. But today, I really want us to look at the hope. There's a big hope there. Because if you see what has happened, last election, it wasn't like this. So, whoever thought that somebody like Peter Obi will come from Labour Party, dead party, when we don't know, Labour not forget 10,000 votes, came out and has changed the dynamics of politics in Nigeria. Why don't we think of how to make it better? Prepare for the next 4 years. You see one thing, let me say one thing clearly, and I know people may not like this. You cannot ring election if you don't have supporters. You can't come to my village now and ring election there. Now my people will ring it for you. So in a way, we need to learn and play the tricks they played, and you see, we're going to take this country from them. But that is even not the most important thing. Only Peter cannot save Nigeria. One of the things, even if Peter don't, Peter no will come out. You see, we need the institution to be in place. We're talking about the police now. Suppose the police are well paid and they become honorable men of the society. Imagine where Nigeria will be. Because, like you said, journalists were not well paid, they're not going to survive. What about the poor policeman? When they go work, I said I was in the police station in Ajangbade. The guy, he bring out his 800 naira, buy police case paper. They don't even have paper to write cases. One of the paper, now one woman carry her for head, put her down. I said, what are you buying? He said, they buy case. And he said, they come to pray, say, God bring better case now. Say God won't bring better case. Do you understand that? I swear, in fact, I said, oh my God, the drama I saw, that was the day I said I'm going to do a TV series on Nigerian police. The drama I saw in the 2 hours, I was there to see a friend. And then some people came, Daddy Chris, you are here. In fact, I end up staying 2 hours and they eat my money. But what happened, the drama I saw, you get two people were fighting there, say one am Moses Jesus. They go beat in front of police. If you did there, I was laughing. But the bottom line is for a policeman to buy case paper. They don't have generator. In Nigeria, but the police there's no generator. So if you go into that cell, you are dead. I said, people they said, they say yes, they show me. So that's the kind of country where, so when somebody say we live in a zoo, that place is a real zoo. So let's just understand.
No, I'm not in the zoo. I'm in a country. I'm in a city.
I don't mean you. The police station.
No, now
the people in that room when they put for that cell as well, the way they treated those people, they were in the zoo. Zoo even better part that they give zoo. You know, if you carry person go police station now you go buy food for them. If you arrest person for Nigeria, gotta go police station. You go bring her food though. Police go tell you say, who want feed her? Oh God. They ask you who want feed her? Come and buy food. In fact, the situation is unacceptable. We have to refuse this in a very clinical way, not with fight. This is what I'm saying. It's supposedly the police is sanitized. You see, like the man now, Buhari has done something great for us. He has cleaned, he has reduced the power of the governors. You go see them now, they're not going to misbehave again. I swear, by the time Okowa collect all this money from 25 local government, that's why they are like gods. You see, Wike, they misbehave. Wike get your own money. Is it not the state money is misusing? And which money is coming to the state? He's collecting all the local government money, all the House of Assembly money, all the judiciary money. They are in his pocket. What Buhari did.
But joke apart, Wike did well compared to a lot of other governors.
Did what? What did he? What is
well.
Can I say feed itself? Can Wike state feed itself? Wait, can Wike state, or if they not bring all your money tomorrow, can that state feed itself? All the money that be coming. So you're telling me that a governor is you collect all this money and you spend it and you're waiting for the next month. Are you not stupid? All the money when they pack, give and wait till they pack sand for road. I'm coming to commission this. I'm coming to commission this. What about the people? Is that what we call good governance? Governance is about empowering lives. Road for what? Which road? The road when they don't have a budget. I mean, compared to others, Wike is a saint, but Wike is still an animal. They don't know what is leadership. You know what? I was going to Nigeria one day. I was at the airport, and I just put up this write-up. I said the day of infrastructural governance is over. We want governance that will be creating wealth. Tell me which wealth we can create in that state.
Nothing. Road, flyover.
It's an animal.
Law school, the school of law that they will not respect those people who graduated from the school.
We're coming from a system that is working, so we see what is going on. I will not go become a governor. The day I become governor, I was waiting for money from Abuja. When I have a beautiful land to farm, I have beautiful people to do the work for me. I'll be waiting for Abuja. I will grow that land. I can grow the Delta State economy without no penny from the federal government. And there's leadership. Princess, you know, in this country here, let me put this. Let me give one instance. Niger State is hungry today. Niger. The land in Niger State is bigger than the whole of Holland. Holland make about 20 billion US dollars in profit from agricultural export every year. Niger, they go home hungry. They have the land, they have the people, they are hungry. Holland, that have lesser land, they made 20 billion US dollars profit from export. Sometime more. And you say you get governor there. Look at the whole land in Delta State. Okowa, they clap for himself, go punish him. You know how much, what you could have done with those states. If you go to Benin, let's start with Benin, Edo State. That one, that Ekpa, he has the whole 9-4. They came to us, Malaysia. It's not Malaysia. They came to us to collect this fruit. Palm, we call them Ofibo, Banga. They took it from us.
Palm fruit was the first mineral resources we have in the Niger Delta. that invited the British people to come into Nigeria.
Exactly. That was when the Oba of Benin was powerful. Now, what is happening? What is happening to these people now? Tell me what is happening. We don't. So these governors are like, what do we call them? We don't get a name for them. There's no name for these guys. So they don't know what. In fact, they are not leaders. But even my pain, why I'm praising Buhari today is his ability to take the bold step and say, you know what? Maybe we'll give the money to local government. Please, my daughter, Faith, our local government, they be na desert too. If you go there, nothing is happening.
No development.
Because the money governor don't eat them. It's not their fault. If
what
I tell
are
you,
doing with the money? They will die one day and they will leave this money.
Money not the high though. If our local government will ever have 200 million a month, they will do something. Have you ever seen one project being done by local government? Look at the whole state. Look at the whole country. In those days, local government were in charge of pipe-borne water. Primary schools. Now, the whole primary school, do we still have primary schools? Come on.
That's why I said Nigeria. When they called Nigeria zoo, I was thinking it was not a zoo. And that same zoo that when we get home, we are going back to that same zoo to live in the zoo. I will not say I'm exempted from the zoo. My family is in the zoo, and if I leave here, I'm still going back to the zoo. Unless we get it right to make the country good.
So then, how do we do it? Where do we go from here, Samson? To be honest,
where are we going from here? Is this one is this, like you earlier said, if the police,
yes,
will be given authorization to do what it is right at the right time, not the police being a security bodyguard to common councillor, governors carrying bags around. Their duty is to stay on the police station, watch their security cameras, wait for calls to come, and they have some patrol team outside there. Any little thing they call them, if the patrol team outside there does not have the power to oppress these people, then they will call for backup. They need the security cameras. Right now, they should forget about road. We are tired of we are going to do road for a very long time. They should give Nigeria light, water, and good health care. They leave the rest for us. We can build ourselves. Okay. If we can leave our country and live in another man's country and make an engine for ourselves, make life for ourselves, then we can still do it back home.
Okay, let me tell you people, Faith, Samson, I want to say this to you guys. I want us to think like this. Let's think very simple, because maybe now it's hot here, but let's think very, very smart. In 1963 here, a few years before I was born, the people in America were not allowed to vote. Black people in America, they say they don't lose shame from their hand. They were still slaves. So they were not allowed to vote. It was at that moment that you see this Rosa Parks that refused to if a white man enter bus, you go get up, go sit down for back. The white man will sit at the front. You get up because of his color of his skin, until black people say no. We won't take this anymore. It took the effort. A lot of people died. Martin Luther King was killed, Malcolm X was killed, but today, the position of a black man in America is different. When Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, we saw now that the black man became a president. A man who will not be allowed to sit, who will not be served in there are some bars you will not enter to buy drinks. So in those days, there are some places colored people will not enter. In this America, but today, it's a better place. What I'm confused is, if black people could go and do that there, can't we fight and change our country? Now, let me tell you another story that happened in England here. They used to beat us in London here. We never tell. Until the day when everybody here said today we go die. We burned Bristol down. When I come, where would they do this event? So near Bristol. We burned the place. Bristol was on fire. From that, they started treating us with respect. My question is, if we could do this in another man's land, can't we really stop? Who is Asiwaju to kill us, all of us? We need to educate our people. And it's going to take the brilliance of some few people to say no. A big no. And it will happen. It's not impossible. Now, you know the funniest thing? Like if you princess, thank God, princess not the gay. Princess will say, I don't want that. I don't want that. I tell princess, say, I don't say, women not the one died before. That's why they say we could love our wives. They will respect us. You understand? It's gonna, and when I remember princess, I said, the one that happened in America, you know what happened? My Mega Evers died in the struggle. I don't want to count all of them. Malcolm S, he died in the struggle. Martin Luther King, they shoot him. But today, it's a different country. Do you understand?
I want to give an example. Sorry, sir. I want to give an example. Okay. When I traveled to Italy, the first time I came into Europe, when you enter the bus, these white people will move to the front. They'll be telling you to dress. Person like me, in my father's house before he died, I started seeing white people coming to Panapina. So I started seeing white people in my father's house when I was very young. I started using luxury vacuum when I was very young. This ticket service that people come to Europe today start, paper money, the paper and money, if you just go to this, you will see you can use it. I was using it to go to Kingsway, Esco, and Leventis when I was young in Warri. So when I entered the bus, the way they behave, then when they see me, when I enter the bus, they say, black man. That is when I will pick up my phone and start speaking my language. I will disturb the bus. Instead of me to drop, I will follow the bus to the last bus stop. Because I want them to see the difference that we are blacks, we are intelligent. You cannot just mock me because I enter the bus, all of you move front. Then that means nobody should enter the bus again. Because when I'm patrolling, I believe you will sit on your seat. You don't make any. And when you want to talk, I'll tell you, sizes it. Means close your mouth, don't say anything. I know this is your country, but I have my right because I have my boss.
Oh, you don't fit one for your country.
I have in my country, that Chris, there is one simple thing people don't understand. Before I left Nigeria because of the way I see the oppression of the youth, the way I see the way they oppress people and the way things are going. That is why I left Nigeria, because my dream is to come back big and joining them not to oppress people, but make them to realize that these people, they are not animals, they are human beings, and they deserve to live right. They deserve to live right in the right way. Not you oppress people because they are from the minority, you oppress people because it's a Yoruba man, you oppress people because it's an Igbo man, he's going to look for a job. When you get to the office, they will ask you, which tribe are you from? When you say you're an Igbo man, no job. They will ask you, which tribe are you from? If you say you're a Yoruba man, no job. Because us, even in our own local areas, they'll say, which community are you from? Are you from this community? You cannot work. You see, that is animalism.
Yeah, no, Samson, if you call us animal again, we'll go sue you.
I'm a mom.
So
Me myself, I live with the animals because the Nigerians that will live to come to Europe, with what we have seen here, we are living like animal in our country.
Yeah, Samson, we play one music. Then when we come back, we'll continue this conversation.
You better make it cool. Make the
when the place cool down. Yeah, this will cool us down. Okay.
Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Inside their mouth, truth to know day. Inside their eyes, corruption day. Inside their heart, wickedness day. Once they get into power, now when to then go gain, now in their brain, then we type one man to change. In the name of change, why? Change. They come find those who change. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. shine your eyes, oh. Them promise us water. We don't see. Up till today. We don't see. We not they get water. Yes, yes. Them promise us light. We don't see. Up till today. We don't see. We not they see the light. That's all. Them promise us road. We don't see. Up till today. We don't see. Jaga road we dey see. Yes, yes. So promise and they make. When election done they come to deceive the people. They go they promise this and that. Then them lie on them, they lie, yo, go. Then they lie, yo. Then they lie for federal. Then they lie, yo. Then they lie on them, they lie for state level. Then they lie, yo. Then they lie for Africa. Then they lie, yo. Because they get police when they guide them. Why be so? They lie police go they support them. Why be so? Because they get lawyer when then they give bribe. Why be so? And go they lie lawyer go they support them. Why no follow our education system don't dabaru for Niger. That make all our youth them come they do yahoo. Yahoo, yahoo. Politicians set all of them na yahoo. Yahoo, yahoo. Our government system set na yahoo. Yahoo, yahoo.
All right. I think something. The guy, he has spoken everything we'll be trying to say. But you know the truth, let us be sincere. If we can follow this guy up with the same momentum, can you put your hand? If you can follow them up with the same energy that we used to pursue them during this election, I think Nigeria will go well. It's just that after this election, everybody will go.
They drag them.
Yes, we need to track them. We need to query them. You know, ask difficult questions. Like I said, everybody will do their part, but we need to save one department. Buhari don't save some department. The one we need to save where we're not the police. Police are victims. Like I give instance now, police will not get, how you go pay policeman 50,000 naira? In that Abuja to transport from anywhere to anywhere. Policeman, in those days in Lagos, policemen were using transport for free. In Abuja, there's no free transport for them. So for them to take boat, if they take boat, if policeman ever take boat 1,000 naira somewhere and back to his house, his life never finish, how much they pay him? Okay, if you take boat, say 2,000 times 30 is 60,000. Their salary now how much? So how can you expect such people to work? What kind of job are we expecting from them? So I still believe, Princess, where you go since this guy will go pay for.
No, it's not like that. I forgot I did not plug my Wi-Fi, so the thing just went off. So I had to go inside the room and look for the charger.
Okay.
The thing just come up.
Yes, you're welcome. No worry. What I'm saying is, if we can save the police, Nigerians should not see the police as enemy. It should see police as our best friend. It's not the police, the success of Nigerian police will save us.
They shoot too. They shoot easily. They can never be our best friends.
Because now the mistake when they get so. If they are empowered, if a policeman is, if I'm not ordinary Nigerian policeman, so look at it. If you blame the policeman as much, or the governor, you know how many police they follow? No police to guide us. How many policemen are assigned to those fools? Whereas we don't have enough police. So it's not the system needs restructuring. When they say they restructure Nigeria, they say na politics. Oh, how come from north, can't go for south, can't be Yoruba man and be president. No, the restructuring we are talking about is what Buhari has started. Let the money that's supposed to go, because I want to ask you guys, what is power? Define power. All of you here today. I will help you guys.
Power is right. Okay.
Money. You see these guys, they don't physically fight them, they give them money. They are, man are not versed. The women they here. Now, two things you go fit tell woman to open leg. Sorry. You give her plenty money or you take gun. That's how you understand. You have power either with gun or with cash. Money controls things. See, the only reason the Mokowa was able to control things is the amount of money in their pocket. The Okowa, they fight anybody. But they have money to share. So everybody listen, we want to collect money. You understand? So if the money is now shared, if the money going to the Nigerian police, if we ever want to survive, the money going to Nigerian police should go straight to them, and it should be, in fact, it should be independent of any bloody government. And never in your life would you assign you a policeman to guide you. No, no policeman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You go and pay for your bodyguard.
Daddy Chris, please don't be offended. 25 minutes ago now, the Yorubas are fighting the Igbos in Lagos. And we are talking about security. Where are these security here? They are fighting them.
The same thing we're saying. These are all
this is it now.
Yes. Something.
You see?
Something.
So do we call that a country?
No.
We should be sincere to ourselves. We should be truthful. For
this
once.
is the result of the problem. These are just result of the problem. The problem is not this. The problem is the typical Yoruba man thinking that this problem na the Igbo man. You go for Assam, that in governor, when they chop your money, na Igbo man. The Igbo people, when they call say na other one, the governors when they Igbo land, when they ruin their state, na Hausa man kondwa.
No.
The governor when he destroy your state, so Okowa na Hausa man.
No, now Delta man.
So stop him.
Delta Igbo.
So it has nothing to do. Hey, your brother was a governor. Ibori was a governor.
All of them are thief.
So not say let's not look for. Let us understand our problem. Our problem not be these things. These are the things that the result. If we can save Nigerian police to do their work, our problem is solved. That the police have the courage to say to you, Mr. President, you can't do this. That is the power of the Nigerian police. You can't tell a policeman in a British police what is what. They won't do it. There's dignity in that job. Do you understand? So that is the first thing we need to save. Because by the time police arrest people for what it is, you can't tell them to go and shoot people, they go. They won't do it. How can you tell policeman to go and shoot and he shoot? Come and tell British police to shoot. He go ask you for what? But because Nigeria, if we want to save Nigeria, after this thing the Buhari have done now, the next president should just save the Nigerian police for us. If there is law and order in that country, we'll be in order. Things will go well.
Daddy Chris, if we want to save Nigeria, let the country divide. Then let's fight our brother who is eating our money by ourselves.
He better not be your brother. How many fights if you fight him?
See, Daddy Chris, if we want to save Nigeria, when they divide the country, that Ibori, when he day house, when he see his brothers coming, now there will be no Yoruba man that will say he's Yoruba man, is a military man that wants to come and kill him. He will see that it's his own brother that is coming after him.
Why not go meet her now? Why not
you see,
now?
Wait, I want to tell you something.
Wait, I want to
tell you something, Daddy Chris.
Daddy Chris, I
want people to understand something. I want all of us that is Nigeria to understand one thing. The first thing that destroyed our country is tribal. Even in our state, our Delta state has the highest tribe so far in Nigeria. And that is why you see we are fighting ourselves. That we're supposed to turn the riverine area to Miami. They embezzle the money because they are not from those areas. Instead of them to do bridge to cross to Bomadi, Brutu, and other Kribena and others, they embezzle the money. Because of what? I'm Shekiri man, you are Robo man, Ijoma, even in Urobo, you are a Ujeme man, you are from Ugele, Okwe. You see, the language barrier.
This one not get anything to do with Hausa, man. Thank God for that.
No, it does not have anything to do with Hausa.
Something, though, I'm going to leave that to Princess. Wait now, wait. You help us here. In fact, I feel sorry for those people in that part of Delta State. I'm not sure because they don't have press. They don't have people like the Princess who can come and
they have press. So they have press. They have their own TV station now. They just are working harder than the robots now. And when it comes to federal level.
No, on it just they get other brothers now. They get Bayelsa and Rivers. So they're not like us. What about the security? Small people there. Who they talk for them? Who they cry for them? Because they have a lot of money and one food don't take the money. You see, the agree. One big man go get that. You see, they keep blaming. You see, all these things we are talking about. If it's terms of management, I know they look for, and they look at the next person. You don't ask your local government chairman what you do with your money. Samson, have you ever asked your local government chairman what he did with your money? Why are you looking at only federal government?
Of recent, I even called, and they were telling me it's our heritage for PDP to rule Delta State. That we could join them and celebrate. I say, we
don't call us zoo. We don't call us a part. You go pay fine this boy.
No, let's be frank and sincere. You say the truth is difficult to speak. Oh, now I've decided to turn to Omoyele Sowore. I will speak the truth. If you like me, take. If you don't like it, go and sleep. If I come to Nigeria, you want to kill me and you can kill me. Thank God, I'll spend my time. It's a blessing.
They don't kill you because you never.
I'm not afraid of anyone.
When you want the money, neither they fight. If you just
Samson, calm down. We understand how you feel. This is getting to every single person.
I am not afraid of the president of Nigeria, or is going to be the next president, or even the governor of my state. I am not afraid of them anymore. The time I was in Nigeria, when I was thinking that I was a pauper, now I've touched little money. I know what it takes for somebody to be a poor man.
So they give us money, make the money go around.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not afraid of any of them. Even the pastors, they are the worst people so far. The pastors. They I want to go back to Church of God Mission in Ojabugbe. When Pastor Ayo was the pastor then this other man who speaks like the white man was there. I started Christianity from that place. If they were real Christian, why would they break up and form their own church? I'm giving an example, life example.
Why they break from Catholic?
Why would they break up and form their own church? And they have their own doctrines that they go. Pastor Chris came with his own doctrine. TB Joshua came with his own doctrine. All of them came with their doctrines. And we have only one doctrine in the Bible. That is Christ doctrine. You're preaching Christ. And somebody wants to pray, we say the God of Oyedipo. Does Oyedipo serve any other God?
Something where you first now provoke enter pastor.
All of them, they destroy the country. All of them.
I week today. Oh.
All of them, they are the people who destroy the country.
But the show is quite interesting.
Christianity is not our tradition. Christianity is the white man tradition. They forced Christianity to come to Africa.
Don't bring that on matter this time around. Let's move forward.
Something just say something that let me just correct that before we move on. I used to say that Christianity is not our tradition. It's just saying that knowledge is not our tradition. Electricity is not our tradition, but it's good. We use it. All right. God is the owner of every tradition. God is the one that gave religion to anybody.
I believe in God. I don't believe in pastors.
Anyone you have will take you to God. If you follow Christianity, for me, you get to God. If you follow Islam, you get to God. If you follow the African way, this is all coming from God. God is knowledge. God gave us knowledge. The knowledge he gave to the white man is the same knowledge he gave to the black man. And once you know that knowledge, you use it. Knowledge is something God has given to man. Religion is a gift God gave to us. It could come from Christianity, it could come from Islam. Anyone you consider right, get you to God, do it. For me, I'm not against that, but I don't have anything with all the people like the Magage when they go serve their own God.
You say the God of this. That means they serve their own God. It's not the same God we are serving.
Agege is a Catholic. Agege is a Catholic.
Okay. Agege where they go Ikware. You know what?
No, Daddy Chris. Now the parent, the dad, they do that thing. Okay. Agege they go church. Now the parent, they dance Igbe. Yes.
But
let's get it right.
I'm not saying it.
But when we say the parents na Igbe, Agege na Igbe now. How about you guys?
Yeah, but in fact, I prefer some of them. Sometimes, if I go there, I go follow their felicitate too.
After all, Samson that even they say make everybody go back to Oluku, excluding me though.
Everybody, serve what you know. But believe in God.
Faith.
Put your faith in God.
Take fresh. Tell this boy, make it calm down. This nice boy. Don't provoke.
S'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît. C'est bon, ça suffit. On
No,
va
this
discuter
one,
tout ça
not
entre nous
to
après.
go
No,
to
S'il vous
my
plaît,
heart.
c'est bon.
Let me talk to
Là,
you.
là, on parle du Nigeria aujourd'hui. La prochaine fois, on va parler de nous. Nous.
Sweet meal.
Laisse tomber.
Yes.
C'est bon. Ça suffit là.
Bon.
C'est bon.
Let
Les
me
gens, ils
know,
n'entendent plus
Papa.
rien.
Samsi say oui.
J'ai dit, s'il vous plaît. J'ai dit, s'il vous plaît, depuis tout à l'heure, ça suffit. Laisse tomber.
We did this. Samsi easy. So
Ouais, laisse
no.
tomber. Make it now. Don't vex.
Easy.
I go call
Go,
my
go.
phone for you.
And then,
President,
Princess, I was thinking you went out to even give us the result of the Delta State election. We don't know. Lagos State, obviously, Sanwo-Olu has won.
Delta State result is still new. They cannot pronounce it yet. It's new. 0. They can't say who won, but they are saying that Sheriff is winning. Me are not against anybody. If you win, you do well. If you not do well, the day God go see God, you go talk what you do to the people when they give you power to take
We never wait for God to
But nowadays, we don't want to wait for God. Because in all of them that came to town hall, it's only 4 of them that came to town hall meeting. Those people did not come to town hall meeting because they had nothing to offer us. That we are still serving the same government system. When Kepela explained how we have new cities in Nigeria, in Delta State, talks about the riverine area, talks about state police and others, they have nothing to say. I was just looking at them and said, oh my God, look at these people. The youth does not know what they are making. They were thinking it's Labour Party. They are not doing Kepela. They are doing themselves. Even if my sister tell me who is Kepela, let them vote for APC and call me to give them something. I will tell them meet APC and give you.
Samsi, when you concern your sister,
I am very straight nowadays. That Chris, Nigeria is a country whereby when you live there, if you want to be good, you'll be good. If you choose to be bad, you live at the bad side. That is our country. Depends on your heart. Depends on where you want to send yourself to.
Juliet, Faith, one comment say somebody's right. Say Juliet say if they support Samsi, say if Nigeria want to be better, to be a better place, let us divide. How? Division is not the solution. No. In fact, what did God do for us? Let me explain what Nigeria. I know for you people that are angry. Nigeria is such a blessing, and I need to explain this a little bit. I'm going to use
God will bless the person that supported me.
But Samson, listen first too now.
You know, the odds this evening.
Samson, there are only 4.
The odds.
Yes, so because of our privileged position to have this big country, see what God do for us. Today, we are the 3rd movie producer in the world because we get the population. In fact, what did God give Nigeria? If we get one leader, what did Peter Obi they try to do? Imagine say they cultivate Niger State. They kick all the fools when they Delta. You see what they talk about? You see, you'll be surprised. Jobs should not be an issue in Nigeria. Jobs. You see, I don't understand. What I don't understand is you have young people. You have places to work. How can government not create jobs and make money? Do you know the funniest thing now? Let me give you guys one instance. People want to use service. Now only dead school that they send they go. Dead schools. Hey, whereas every local government could have engaged them. You know that what is it? If I'm a local government chairman, all the coppers are going to engage all of them. They work with me. If na poultry farm I produce, if na library, you make money. How can you have human being and you cannot make money? It's not like me who doesn't have money to invest. How can you have enough human being and you cannot make money? That is what you see in Nigeria. You have a lot of youth corpers, young people that came to serve with you. You cannot make money with them. You're looking for where to throw them. That is the kind of, what I'm saying is, until we understand, say governance, it's not about waiting for allocation from federal government and sharing it. Until now, let to discredit Wike, say Wike na mayor. It's another mayor If I ask Wike, of all the money you've been saying you got from the federal government, what have you done with it? He said, I construct, I said this why they come construct, they come commission law library, law this thing. You want commission this flyover. Hey, this life, what would they neither they do flyover. Over budgeted flyover, so Okowa spent 16 billion naira at the build secretariat. Where are we? No, let us understand. Until we understand what we want, we cannot even fight them for it. So by the time we praise idiot like Wike for spending scandalized for being an idiot, complete mohe, and you're not praising him. Thank God is out of there. We need new level of leadership. That's why Peter will not. If we miss Peter, we'll not get another one. Because Peter understood.
Don't say that, Daddy Chris. Now it doesn't mean that. Yes, it doesn't mean that. We also have the likes of Peter out there. Maybe now they never run for any position, and then right now, if we're calling up Peter, like I said, everybody's clamoring for Peter. Of course, we know that he was once a governor, and people probably checked the past records and they saw his credibility and all that. But we still have people out there. It mustn't be Peter.
That's not what I saw in Peter. You know what I saw in Peter? Peter,
yeah, I want to say something.
Yes, go on, Faith.
Princess, it's not to counter what you're saying. I want to just support what Daddy Chris said. And in my own opinion, I think what he's trying to say is when people that are like Peter Obi, that have this integrity, they came out. They want to lead the country. They don't like the situation of, things in the country, especially with the youths, and what the country will be like for our own children tomorrow. Today, we have discouraged them. Did you see the tweet he tweeted today? He was like he's sorry for the deaths of, people that died, people that were maimed, the obedient that died at, because of this election and all that. You can read from those tweets that this man is frustrated, he's tired, he's exhausted. People will see this. They will not want to come out and go through that stress. That is what that Chris is trying to say.
Yes.
People will not want to go through that part. Let them begin them.
The problem you people don't understand is this. When somebody I have never been in power, I'm not a politician, but we know that from records, when they are there, that are so rock so. When they feel saying I go there and everything they sweet inside. My problem is this: when Peter even still come, these people now coming out to work with him, when we eventually work with him, these people, we didn't have the same mindset. So now until somebody comes in,
we can't be
until
sure.
somebody comes in and we see the changes, and then it's bad for any politician.
No, Princess, let me say this. Maybe everybody supported Peter for one thing or the other. The only reason that I bought Peter agenda was only one word he said. That he's going to move the country from revenue allocation to production allocation. If you watch my philosophy, I believe in productivity. I have never seen one. You understand? That you see, why you sharing? You understand? Like what Buhari have been doing. You'll be sharing money to this governor and they've been using it to build infrastructure. Park sand on the road. No, I'm not going to share money for you now. Go and produce this. You understand? That is, you see, the country will not be where we are now. I just made a point now. So when I say if we lose Peter, the ideology of Peter is what I'm talking about. That we need to be productive.
Ideology.
Exactly.
You understand? The ideology.
You understand? Yes. If Niger State is going hungry, then something is wrong with us. Because the same Niger State, Holland, it's not big rich Niger State. The whole of Holland, though. Look at how much they make. Only Niger State can feed the whole of Africa. If we go and yet we get coppers, they not get job. With the hungry. Hey, what you want to blame? So this is beyond government. It's understanding. You can't give what you don't have. When I say Baba, I don't like Baba, not because Baba is a bad man. I think Tinubu would have been make a great president. But Tinubu is not looking along the same line Peter was looking. Unless now they won't learn. You know when Peter left?
They will learn, sir.
From the day of Peter,
I think they will steal his ideas. They will steal his ideas. Don't worry.
And they should use it. Idea is for God. Peter will not be selfish with it. Let the idea grow Nigeria. Let us have productivity. Let Nigeria be productive. If the new languages, let Nigeria follow Peter's agenda. Let Nigeria be productive.
We dash them. Make them take the agenda, but make them use and do something.
Do something. You understand? Let Nigeria be productive. Productivity is even my concern. You can have, how can you have this youthful population and they are jobless? Now, what do they do? Our guests now runs. You don't see any picking when they born and say now runs, now you won't do.
Oh.
Daddy Chris. Child born to do a runs. Now situation.
Daddy Chris.
Sir.
And then
we need jobs in Nigeria.
Yes.
Peter said we need jobs. We need to produce things. We have land all over Nigeria. Land. In Delta State, we have land. In my mother's village, we have land in Edo State. In the Bauchi, there is land. In Niger, there is land. Even in River State, there is land. The River State, those areas have palm oil. They can plant more palm oil and we start importing palm oil to other countries, like Banga or others that we buy in Europe. We have it in Nigeria. Our government now, thank God, some of them are copying some things from Peter. But I know they cannot still do it well because they are embezzler. They embezzle whatever they want to embezzle because they have power to control the money. But when you embezzle, don't forget about those. You know why we have scouts in the streets, armed robbers in the streets? It is because the government is embezzling the money. That is why we have scouts and armed robbers.
INEC just released this statement now that says INEC has vowed to address proven irregularities in the just concluded governorship and state assembly elections across the country. And I feel like this is laughable.
No, why did they address the presidential one?
Yes.
Then they whine
us. Elections don't come and go. Now you want to address the country. Samson, so you see when they talk for the country.
Now,
you know that the power that be, they suppress these institutions and they don't actually know what they're doing.
So, but I just want to read it. I know many of our viewers now are asking what is happening with the Delta State election. From this official report, I don't know, I can't verify it. You know, these WhatsApp people, they're plenty well. But the news reaching us is that PDP cleared 23 local governments in Delta State. That is what they're saying at the moment. The result that is there. If you win 23 local government, you've won the election. So it's like
they ring it.
Okay.
They ring it.
Anyway.
Because you know that Omar Agege said, I was there in PDP, they write it. So there is no way that we do election and PDP won Delta State that I will believe. Because Omar Agege was in PDP and he went to opposition party. He's now coming back to run for the governor.
Even now, Omar Agege said all of them are rigged.
They're not rigged.
APC and PDP, they're rigged.
They are the same carcass, the same group of people.
Yes, so good for them.
They are one. They are not divided. The only people who is different from them now is Labour Party. If you check the rest of them, all of them are one. The only party that is different right now is Labour Party because
what are PRP?
That is telling them the truth, what to do.
About PRP?
PRP in Nigeria is not too strong. When you talk of that party, but they have good people who are supposed to be governors and presidents. But they are not too strong. But the only party who can still move a little bit right now is Labour Party because of the youth movement. That is why I said,
let me ask you a question, and I'm going to throw this question to Samson and Princess because now they one side of the fence.
I don't understand.
These two people, Faith will go back there. So
I don't know what I want to do to their matter. I don't tire.
So I want to ask them now, say, this energy when young people take console, when I want may they just go sleep now, or may they continue so that the thing go succeed. Because if you do small, you can't run. You do small, run. He who fights and run away will fight another day. How do we sustain this energy? No, just think small. Princess, tell us first how we can sustain this energy.
Okay, Daddy Chris, I really think that we know that is only one way out. For me, oh, this is a personal opinion, of course. It's only one way out. This whole thing, crisis issues. But in as much as, which I will mention later, in as much as there's a way out, but because I have this very soft heart and I know the one way out could lead to a lot of more crisis, I would not even advocate for that. That being said, we know that the only way that this whole thing will stop is when there's a total shutdown. Of course, like NSAS we did, a lot of people died in the process, but that message went a long way. And of course,
You.
that brought about this
That's
new,
what brought Peter out.
uh,
That's what brought
yes,
Peter
these
out.
structures we're seeing here and there. Nobody even thought that somebody would just come like Peter that has no structure and then shake these other
Thank you.
two elephants.
So how
And
do we
then
build on
I feel like when there's a total shutdown in Nigeria, these people go hear word. That's the only thing that shakes them. Nothing at all. Like you asked us to define power that time. Me, I was just thinking, which power we want to, is it because for Nigeria as a country, we define power in another way, not the normal English or the normal dictionary. Power here and another thing altogether. What these politicians do with the power, the institutions, this power that be is really something else. It's do or die for them, this power thing here. And then at the end of the day, I was that during that presidential election, the what's it called, the votes counting and all that. I just said that I was telling my former boss when she called me, I was asking my opinion. I told her that, but you know that it's only a total shutdown that can restore this. Now, when you say strong institutions like the CBN in Abuja is short, meat and print is short, NNPC is short. Then you go to Warri Refinery, you shut down. You go to major places. It's just that, like we said, the security agencies here are being controlled by this same power, so they will not even help us to do
They will.
this. They are supposed to allow people protest peacefully, or just, of course, people have right to protest, but before you know, police will come and release fire and say and come and attack the protest, another thing. And then people, because of this, people are scared. But the only way we can do this to restore this sanity back is a total shutdown. And a lot of people also, like I said, I will not be, I will not, I don't think I want to involve myself. But any person that wants to find, after all, when Jesus came to die, die
Uh,
with, he died full chest.
it
So if you
it
want to come out
alone.
and say, okay, yes, if you want to come out and say, I'm doing this for Nigeria, yes, we'll be clapping for you for where we're standing and we'll be sharing you and hailing you from there. But me, Kesena, personally, I will not go.
I know. I know, Princess. Your point is clear. Princess will not be there when people are dying. Listen, let me say this. Princess, I love you. You know what is so good? I love this the platform. I want to say this. Something there, cool down small. I want to ask this. Princess, I will preach one gospel for you today. I know you will not like it. When you go to church, I know it's like I'm preaching violence. When you go to church, what do you say? In the name of Jesus, by the blood shed on the cross of Calvary. You understand? By the blood. You see, and I say it again and again, there's one thing that will never come free in life: freedom. All right? You said something just now that people need to come out and protest. Not protest unconstructively, not protest and do this thing. It's only when the government don't listen, the riot will start. Otherwise, protest is a good thing. But there's a difference between protest and riot. Each of them will shake the government.
I'm talking about a total shutdown
Protest can do
of
that.
every system.
And it
And
can
then
be
this is where,
organized.
and this is where the labor movement comes in. But labor said
Thank
that
you.
over
Now you
time,
said,
I've been
now you said
referring to
it.
them as the toothless bulldog. They are just
Thank
there,
you. Yes, you
mopey.
just said it. The labor here, we are the labor movement in our country, in the United Kingdom, this day, there's no transport. Our transport system is shut down now. Tomorrow, you can't get anywhere. Okay, you can go now on Thursday, from Wednesday, Thursday on. In England, you can't use our London. London on the ground is shut down because they are angry. They are asking for more wages. You understand? And the same thing will happen here if they said the nurses, they said the medical practitioners, they're going to go on strike to shut the place down. You see, You don't really need much to defeat government. They need some civilized people to just come up and convince this union that this is what we need. Who are they? They are not powerful. We can shut Nigeria down without holding a gun. And the government will listen to us. We don't, you see, the thing I see here, I'm happy you've given us the solution. If they don't do well, we shut the thing, we shut the government down.
That decrease. You see, when workers decide to go on strike, you see their guy will tell them, say, not just come back to office, so your job is finished. Nigeria today, not because be say, you go say they go strike, make Oga fear. Oga go tell you, say, your job don't finish. People need the work that they did. And you see people ready to go and do that job. Okay, look at our senator, elected senator in Edo State, former governor of Edo State. I remember when he was in labor, shouting, hey, but today he's among the worst.
You go take the beautiful wife self. You go take one girl from where? Which country be that?
From
Ethiopia, be where she come from.
That woman, so where go
She's
down?
Daddy Chris, so please let me answer your question that you asked, Princess, that you're going to ask us. I want to tell you the way forward in Nigeria.
Okay.
The way forward in Nigeria is for the youth to continue pressing.
Good.
With their social media.
Thank you.
That they say there are 4 people in a room, and the press with their social media, they came out with 1 million march peacefully. Yes. But when they do it again, I bet you these stupid animals who will call our president and governors, we send the police after them, because they know that with this, things are going to work well again. So when they shoot people, I know people will die.
Princess,
they will use our social media as we are speaking right now. That is how I'm speaking. I'm informing the youth that they should use their social media to fight the government.
Good. So listen, you said something. You know one thing I saw, Faith. You see one drama, something happened during this election. Because of what the guys have seen in Lagos, so they came out with dog. A group of resident people there, the locals. They came out with their dogs and everything, and they pursued the hoodlums. The hoodlums were running. You understand? That was how they claimed their community back. Let me say this. Somebody made a point today on channels, and I agree. Do you know that if for anything to happen, the locals are quiet? If not, how many policemen they can't shoot person? What happened in that place? Because it was a few people. If our old men, our young men, our women, all of us come out, say this thing must stop. Who burned that person? How many people you want to shoot? We even get enough policemen? Do we have policemen to go around the country? We don't. So let us sensitize ourselves first, so that when we come this time, we've seen this. They don't see our part 1. When they go see our part 2 this time, only then go stand up and say, I surrender. They will surrender, you understand? But we cannot give up. Something just said the beautiful thing. We should keep pushing in a civilized way. Only 2 of Nado suggest Princess Seme could shut down the major institutions through peaceful rioting. You understand? You don't need to even hold gun. Something else Seme could use our weapon, which is the social media, to humiliate them. In fact, the thing that the federal government of Nigeria ever really hated was the social media. Lai Mohammed ready to close down all the social media, they give a chance. That's why they shut Twitter.
That is why they keep gagging the press. Exactly. And you could see that. I think some of the headlines during last week these were major headlines. What was it called? The Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, Abi Service, I don't know for them, came and shut down over how many stations just because of what they reported during the election. So you see that these people, the likes of Lai Mohammed and the rest, they will continue to want to gag the press. Once you say what's not favor them, it's a problem.
No,
it's a problem.
I know what you're saying, Princess. I was surprised. I won't be able to see some of the things I saw there. So yes, but you see the most important thing, Princess, meaning we got the power. Our power It's still the press. It's the social media you're talking about. We continue to use it. Nigerians are now aware more than ever. More than ever. Whoever thought Asiwaju will lose in Lagos? We should clap for ourselves. For a sitting governor, PDP, to lose in Delta State, we should clap for ourselves. But you know what? We're not going to give up now. We're going to continue it. Make it better. You know why? Eh? Let me tell you this. Repeat election in Lagos State today, Peter will win. Even we win more. You know why we didn't win? We need to get to the northern states where they are not so much aware. We need to bring the message. You see, Jesus Christ, before Jesus came, he said, go and preach the news, go and preach the gospel to the people. We need to spread the word of good governance like a gospel, which it is, to every corners of the country. The next election will be easy to win. That's the only way. You see, because now there's an amount of vote you can maneuver. They are even scared, though, to be honest. Even the INEC that they say maneuver this election, INEC is uncomfortable. So the next INEC know we are ready.
But that does not mean that they did not do evil and that they are not shameless as they are. Because imagine the INEC just like 10 minutes ago bringing a statement they will work on the irregularities when in another 4 years, or is it the one we just finished now that the results are already at? That this country, these people don't know what they are doing.
President, why don't we see count on some of the successes? That even Atiwaju losing in Lagos alone, meaning anything is not possible with the power of the ballot. That this man lost in Delta is possible with the power of the ballot. If we cannot go to destroy the election for Rivers, maybe even our guy for win. So there's power in the ballot. There is power in the blood of Jesus. There's power in the ballot. But we need to sing her now so that you go enter or say we get gone. Any man will have it until next time. You see the way the kids were angry. They said they must vote. They were ready to queue and vote. We need to encourage them. You understand? Next time, we're going to gather. You see, the gospel of Jesus Christ, this starts with 22 million. No? He started by calling Peter first. He can't call another Peter. He called another one. Today, we are all preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. We can do this. I don't think it's time to give up. I don't think it's time to give up on Nigeria. It's time to actually celebrate what has happened. We didn't get what we want, fine. But where we're going is better than where we're coming from. Where we are now, we can't think of this. If ever tell me, say, Peter, go get to this one, I for saying a lie. If they tell me, say, Peter, go get this vote, I will say, for where? But the truth, they know that Peter won this election. But what I'm saying, I'm not talking about Peter himself. It's a change that is now possible through the movement of the youth. Peter is an offspring of the youth too. Peter did not start this movement. Young people started this. 2010 was a witness, something we all witnessed in Nigeria. You know what I said when I woke up that day? I said, it's a wonderful time to be alive. I can never forget it. And I was among those that raised money for people in my place. The children were out there cooking. They closed the road. Another one is coming if they don't stop. So let us not be discouraged. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. Let us build on the successes. Let us follow the way Jesus Christ did it. Jesus Christ would have loved to win everybody at once now. He couldn't. He's God, though. We're not going to get this one day. Slowly. Slowly. They know they take one day, they get belly, they born. Samson, your phone is new to her.
Yeah. The present governors, House of Assembly elected, senators elected, they should learn from what Peter just said. And they should learn to make sure they position Nigeria in a good shape. They should put Nigeria in a good shape. You know the battery that they use in electronics car today now. The raw materials is being found in Nigeria. And in 2027, if care is not taken, Nigeria will be the best. Shibboleth is asking us to give them the raw materials. And Nigeria is asking them to come and plant electric car powers in Nigeria. If we don't have light, can they do that?
I don't
There are a
think
lot
so.
of things that I make in sense of when I see my country. I'm a proud Nigerian. No? I'm a very proud Nigerian, even though I call it zoo. It is our leaders that make it look like a zoo to us. But we know we are not from zoo.
I can
But
princess, princess, and see faith, see that they shine. How you go say those people now?
because of the way our leaders are behaving, that is why you see the mentality of some of us, we call it zoo. Because our leaders, they are the zoo, not the youth. They are the animals we have in power that does not want to use the power very well. They're using the power for their
And
own selfish
that was why when Daddy Chris said we should define power, I was just waiting. I was calculating how to define the power in
Yes,
Nigeria.
they are using the power for their own personal selfish interests. They
It's do or
forget
die.
that there are people in that country. So they should wake up with all the things that other governors said that I can do this, I can do this. The elected governors and ministers, senators should pick from what they said they want to do in their consequences. They should learn, like what Kempela said, that in Delta State, he will build 7 new cities. Whosoever wins should build 7 new cities. Whosoever wins should please fight for a seaport for Delta. Oh, Nigeria cannot be using only one seaport in the country. Whosoever wins should develop the riverine area so that we have one Miami again in Africa, in Nigeria, a great country. Those animals who have won the election, I still call them animals. Till they wake up and see what is good for the generation that is coming behind. Then that is when I will stop to call them animals. I will always tell them, and very soon, I thank God very soon.
Your man lost. Now make you the best. You don't lose the election.
No.
And Chris, God go bless you. Because this one don't pass my power this night. I don't speak French again.
Daddy Chris,
speak French again.
I'm happy you just said this now. When I'm talking for the benefit of every single Nigerian. The research I've made concerning Nigeria, the battery that I just said now, the battery time will come, the crude oil will be useless. Time is coming, crude oil will be useless.
Okay.
And we have the mineral resources in Nigeria that they can use to produce those batteries. We are saying power. Why can't they just work with their head and make it work before the time that we have electricity in case the company is coming?
Princess, Faith, we have a breaking news, and I think this is sweet. Today is Mother's Day, right? Today we are having the first female governor in Nigeria.
Yes, I've seen it. Adamawa State.
You know, and it's a good news. And this is one of those states where you say Chara law, women are not allowed to do anything. But the winner of this election,
Gege. Let me dance for you people first.
You see, that's a good news, and it's happening on Mother's Day. No, these are you see, small things like this. We now say yes, I can do it. Our daughters will say they can come now. We'll soon get we'll soon have president. We'll soon have a female president. Soon.
And there's one other girl, I think Ogun State also, that came out, 26 years old, that came out as she head on to one of the state House of Assembly seats. She's a very small girl, like 26, a bit 25 years.
Exactly, and we should see them in the house. You see, some of these things. That's how we're going to keep. In fact, I think by the next election, you will see the people coming out. They will not wait for them Kampala, because Labour had so much prospect, but Kampala didn't have faith on time. They didn't believe that it could happen. See the next election. You see young people taking up Labour tickets and believing they will win, and they will win. So let us build on what we have in every department. It's a good thing. I'm happy. And I really see progress. I know it's not what I want.
And of course, coming from a northern state.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
This is a Muslim. When I say Muslims, this is the highest you can see. Where there's Sharia. I have a friend from Borno State. He said, if you wear trousers, they go stone you. They go stone you. Women, they wear skirts, they walk out for road. Till now, they pursue you, stone you. But a woman just won election there. You understand? So there's a change. in this world where things are happening. But you will be surprised that those people will be the first to embrace the change. Thank God they've embraced this one. When
And
God
thank God that we applaud NSAS movement, and of course we also condole with those that lost their lives and their family,
that's what
because this is actually the NSAS actually brought about this change and movement we're seeing now. Like we said earlier, the movement is not basically about the Labour Party,
no,
but it's
not even
about
Labour Party is
turning
not
a
even
new leaf. Yes, turning a new leaf, and it's about people now wanting, knowing what they want, the right thing, and they are going for it without holding back,
In
without
fact,
saying, "Oh, I can't do it." No.
that's the word, without holding back. The people that contested Labour now, they were holding back.
Exactly,
Fact,
that's true.
the truth, that's why
That's
they
true.
didn't win any seat now. But now they now know it is
You have
possible.
to.
It is
You have to.
possible.
You just have to.
By the
That
last
is
election,
not
you'll be
a job.
surprised. And the campaign
Lagos
started
State
earlier.
was once, I think, if I wasn't wrong, Marwa was there an APC back then? They were AD, the Alliance Democracy Party. That's what
Yes.
they were called then. Before the Tinubus now took over Lagos State.
Yes.
Were they the one controlling Lagos before? They crawled in. They took their time. Everything
true.
is time.
Yeah.
Oyo State was owned by PDP before. Look at today again now.
Today,
Seyi Makinde
APC is
has been
stronger than
declared the
PDP
winner.
now. Look at PDP, they've been reduced to robots. Yes. Thank you.
You know?
Daddy Chris, so
What do you think?
please, you people should not be offended. You said because the person I expected to win lose. No.
Because
No
your anger
power.
today,
I'm not
I don't understand that, my brother.
I don't
Power.
believe on party. I believe on what your manifestos, what you have to give to the people.
That is it, Samson. Not even the party, and I've been saying
I
that
don't
it's
believe
not
on
about
the
the party.
party. I believe on
No.
what you have to give to the people. You see the reason why I'm saying that what the manifestos of Kempela, that whosoever win as a governor of Delta State, to use it to work. And the manifestos of Peter Obi, whosoever win as a president, but I will not agree that nobody won the president yet. We'll go to court to the last day to put the right of the country.
Yes, that one is ongoing.
If our judiciary is working,
we have a president-elect. As civilized people,
yes, for that, I will not accept that. To see if our judiciary is working. But for the states and other part of it, they should learn from there and make sure they do something in their state for development interest, for the youth to have job. If not, what is coming after them is big. Oh.
Okay. So, okay, we heard that. No contracting or small. That one don't do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're 2 hours into this broadcast, and I know I will let the people go. I want Faith to go and put the keys to bed, or you do what you have to do. We're really grateful. What we want to do is we at SR TV will also continue to maintain the momentum. We want to make sure we fight for good governance in Nigeria in a more systematic way, encouraging people. Because I can tell you already that I know how Nigerians, how good they are. Now you're going to see new politicians. Like I like when you shut me down, Princess. When I said there will be only Peter, no, there will be lots of Peter now. You will see how many Peter that will come out before the next election, and we can't stop the process now. This is that started. The movement is
it's too late.
It's too late. It's
It's too late. That's the word. Too late.
Yes, it's too late. So God is doing something for us. Let us celebrate the moment. Let us embrace it and let us build on it. And even without the next election, let us make sure these people who are in power now don't have peace if they are misusing our money. We are able to tell them this is a no for us. Thank God you guys have one thing. Thank God, Princess, you are in the press. Every other person have a mobile phone. We can fight them. On that note, I will say another one more again, say Happy Mother's Day to the women in the house.
Thank you.
And then the women out there, we are grateful for all you've done for us. When we come, maybe if we can do a show tomorrow, I'll be looking at the Nigerian week. All right, I want to talk about it a lot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, I want to
talk about it off camera.
Yeah, full, yes, but off and even in camera, I will then defend this project too. And there's a guy who will be coming to do a show here. It's going to be twice a week. It's called Connect Nigeria. It's about the vision of the Nigerian week. What I've done, Princess, is Faith, is that we are now inviting Nigeria from every countries in Europe and in Africa and even in America. So what that means is the head of Nigerian community in Belgium, the head of Nigerian community in France, we're giving chance to bring in 3 more persons or 4 to the event, so that the event is not something organized for British people, but let the whole Nigerians, all of them, come and meet here on that day.
Under one umbrella.
Yes, network, so they all can go back with the business, you understand, to their individual land. And we want to recognize those Nigerians who are doing well in the diaspora and those of the few ones at home. And it will be a unique place where everybody will meet and do business. So we're looking forward to that. So I need to talk to you more on that. And we need to set up a team, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I'm happy we are making progress. All right, we're making real progress. And then Princess, they are doing the one they can do at home. So you guys will do the ones we can do here. All right?
Yeah.
So on that basis, I would say let us take a leave for now, and then we will meet tomorrow, or when we can meet. Tomorrow it looks tight, but we might be probably able to do it. So on that note, I will say I'm going to give them the advert of the Nigerian week. I'll say good night to everybody.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night, Faith. Take care.
Good night, guys. Good night, Faith.
Happy Mother's Day to us.
Happy Mother's Day. I can't wait to say that. Good night.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial product and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15th to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856. The Nigerian Week, celebrating the best of Nigeria.